Hi, Dena Marie. This is Lisa from Pet Communication Journey, and I am very thankful that you allowed me to do a reading and communication with Rocky for you. So I did that last night. Like I said, my process is I like to be in a meditative state where I'm calm and relaxed, and then I like to spend time where I'm laying down and I actually communicate with your pets. And then I actually have a pad of paper, and as I'm seeing or hearing and asking questions, I actually take notes. So that's how my process goes. So what I'd like to do for you today, again, I apologize that I had forgotten to give you a reading while he was in his physical state. It's probably because it wasn't on my page, and I get so many requests and things like that. And I have a page and I have a group, and I'm part of a couple other things. And so I just totally forgot, and I do apologize for that, but we're doing it now, and that's what matters. So I'm going to be reading that with the messages I got from Rocky, and some might come through now too as I'm recording this. And then I'm going to give you a little personal reading for yourself, where I'm going to draw some oracle cards, just based on some messages from Rocky. We're going to draw some oracle cards, and then just some personal messages for yourself. I thought that'd be a nice thing to do. Okay, so I love the pictures that you put up with him. What an adorable baby inside and out. Just after even connecting with him, just like the first thought that came into my mind was like big, like mush ball of love, even his soul. Because you have to remember, even though his physical being isn't with us anymore, his consciousness, which we all have, every living being, is still present with us. We are the ones here on this planet in this physical presence that are limited with just our senses. We only have those filters that we can see through, hear through, feel through. When we don't have this physical body anymore, and we're a soul, we actually have like the all-knowingness, which is our consciousness, where we can see everything, we can feel everything, we know what someone's thinking. You think of like when you have a relative who's passed away, like say a grandparent, and you felt their presence, and you think in your mind, oh, Grandma Arlene is watching over me. I know she is, and she probably knows exactly what I'm thinking right now. You probably had that experience. We all have. We also all have the ability to be intuitive, where we can connect with to our higher self, to our pets when they pass, to our guardian angels, to relatives who watch over us. We all have that ability. It's just a matter of learning how to, whoops, sorry, I messed up my, the ability to connect to them. There's kind of a process. Some people do it naturally, but we all can do it. So keep that in mind, because I want you to realize that Rocky is there with you. Whether you can see him or not, he is still there with you. He is at peace. He is feeling love, and he wants you to know he's there with you, watching over you, protecting you. And anytime that you want to acknowledge that to him, you can say it out loud, like, Rocky, I love you, and I know you're here with me. Please send me signs that you're here so we can kind of continue our relationship. He will do that. You can also say it in your head. You can put out little gestures. If you have his toy or something in remembrance or something special that makes you think of him, you can put it out somewhere special, like where maybe he used to sleep, or a special place in the yard. You could put something of his there and say, here, I'm thinking of you, and I'm putting this here so you know that I love you. I'm sorry, my dog is here. He's knocking over everything. And I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you and I love you. Please send me some signs as well. And this can be an ongoing thing. I had this happen. I've done this with my dog, and that's how I got into all of this animal communication after my dog Remington passed away, which I have some videos on in the Pet Communication Journey about this under videos. He was like, he is my son. I don't have children, physical children. I had him for 14 years, and we had a wonderful, loving relationship. When he died, I was absolutely devastated, but he started sending me messages right away through a light. It was a battery-operated flower light, and it was something that I used prior to him. When he passed away, he was afraid to sleep at night, so I put it on for him the last few months of his life. And right after he passed away, never had problems with this light. Okay, right after he passed away, however, it started blinking. When I was thinking about him, it would do like several blinks. They always say that, souls or energies have the ability to manipulate energy. like electricity or battery operated items. This item I can plug in, and it was also battery operated. So I used both sources, and I checked it. And I'm like, batteries are good. It's plugged in good. And I would start talking to him through this light. And I'm like, if it's you, Remington, make it blink 4 times. For Remington, 1, 2, 3, 4, REMI. And he would do it. It would happen. So I started putting like some of his toys. Every time he would make it blink, I'm like, hi, Remy. And I put out his toy right in front of it. So it was acknowledgement to him, like, I know you're there. And we went ongoing with this. And it was awesome. Like, we continued this relationship. So I just wanted to say that up front for you. All right, let me get a drink here really quick. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So when I connected with Rocky, what a loving, beautiful, beautiful soul. Like I said, the first thing was I got just this big mush ball of love is what I felt. And I was like, right away, I felt like he came up to me and he was licking my face. That's what I felt. He was giving me kisses and very loving. He also, he right away told me that he loved the snow. When he was alive, he absolutely loved the snow, loved to play in it, be in it, like the coldness of the snow. Like right now, I don't know where you live. I'm not sure where you live. Maybe you didn't even have snow. But being where I am, that's what he was acknowledging with me, that he loved the snow. Because I'm in Wisconsin, we have lots of snow. And he would say, he was just letting me know that in my area, that's what he would love to do. If you had it there, that would have been his thing. I'm assuming because he's a big dog like that, you probably didn't live in like Florida, I'm guessing. Okay, you'll have to confirm that with me. All right. Now, something that came through very strongly, and I'm just going to go from how it came into me. So he was showing me that he is currently in his role, since he's passed, a guardian and protector of a child. He showed me a female child, somebody who is very sick right now, and he is in charge of giving this child a loving, like kind of like ray of energy to make her feel safe. Because at this moment, and strong, because I guess at this moment she feels scared because she's sick. She probably goes to the hospital or is getting treatment. I'm getting the impression of cancer, something like that. So he's showing me like he's a guardian angel, and that is his job right now, is to protect this girl. You may not know this girl, or you may. In the event that you don't know her, it might be someone that he discovered or realized by maybe going to the vet when he was sick, or in coordination with someone that you may know. Because like I said, when you're on the other side, your consciousness is expanded. It's somebody that he was called to help. So that's what he's doing right now. So there's somebody that you may know and you may not know. You can let me know about that. Or you may hear of this person in the future. So that, and it might be somebody, a friend of a friend or something like that. I'm not really sure, but that came through very strongly. Just so you know, that is what he's doing. Again, a female, was a young girl, appeared like she was sick, very sick, like with something terminal possibly, or treatment of something. He wanted you to know he loved his life so very much with you. He loved to be your pillow, is what he was expressing to me. He said that he also felt like he did healing for you in times when you were sad or stressed. He would send you energy, or just being there for you. He felt like that would make you happy. It would make you laugh. And at the same time, he said that she was my best friend, and she still is my best friend. And he said he will come again in the future if that's something that you would like someday. He did say, though, that if he does come again, that he wants to be smaller. And the reason he wants to be smaller is so that you can hold him. He felt like he could never be held, and he wants to be small this next time so that he can be held by you. That is something that he would like. And if not, and you want the same kind of dog again, then that's fine too someday. Again, he felt that he brought your spirits up. There were times when he brought his spirits up. It worked both ways, he said. There were times where you kind of healed each other, maybe more at the end for him. You were there for him. He said there is no blame. Let me find that in my notes here. He didn't want to go through anything much about when he passed. Maybe for you, he didn't want to go through that. I know that he said there was no blame. It was his time to go, but he's still there with you. So the death part doesn't matter to him. It felt like it didn't matter because he's still there with you. Just watch for signs from him. Acknowledge he's there. Okay. He didn't want to leave, is what I understood. But when he did, there's no blaming yourself in any way. I got an indication that there was something maybe with the heart. That was the only thing he would show me. And that was it. He didn't want to go through any of the bad times at the end. He wants only remembrance of the good times, of the good moments for you to think of, and that it's still continuing. Your relationship is infinite. It will go on forever. Your soulmates, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. You have a journey together, which you have decided prior to your lives together. And because dogs' lives are so short, that's why I say he will come again if that's what you want. And your journey is not over. Your journey is to continue. There are more lessons to be learned together through love, empathy, life and death experiences, going through that together, but then the afterlife as well. This journey now that you and I are discussing is further proof that you and him are still on that journey together. All right. Sorry, I have a train coming through. Let me think here. Okay. He says that he is also there now to help you sleep at night. I'm not sure if you're having problems sleeping, but he's there to make you feel protected and calm. He's there to visit you in your dreams. I'm not sure if you've had any dreams yet or if you remember them. But if you do not and you would like him to visit you to bring comfort, just let him know. Like say, hey, I want you, Rocky, to visit me tonight in my dreams. I want to see you. I want to feel you. Please wake me up after the dream so that I can remember it. Okay. He showed me that he was licking like your forehead and your face while you sleep. Maybe because he's watching over you and sending you that love. That was his way of showing me that he's there, giving you that love in a dog kind of way. And he's helping you work through some anxiety and solve some issues while you're sleeping, okay? That's what he's doing right now the most. Maybe because you're not feeling him as much during the awake times, but I think that can change now that you and I have connected. I think there's a reason that we've connected. And that's maybe to bring even more communication for you and Rocky together, okay? Okay, so a few more things that came through. Not sure how they connect, and if they don't, just pin them like up in your memory and think about them, okay? Rocky showed me that there is a male with him at this time on the other side, okay? All right. Sorry about that, I'm very thirsty. So Rocky is showing me, and also the male is showing me that there's a male with Rocky on the other side. They're together. This male showed himself as being younger. Doesn't mean he has died when he was younger, but he's showing himself as younger. He gave me the indication that this is a brother or a male friend that was like a brother, okay? Kind of like, you know, like he was saying like, we're together, sis. Me and Rocky are together, sis. Kind of like that kind of attitude. All right. If this doesn't ring a bell, this could also be a guardian angel, okay, with Rocky, if it's not a relative. But he came through strongly. I asked several times. I got the name Michael. I also got the name David. I also felt the impression I got the name Eric. I got the impression it was almost like two males, but for sure one. He showed me fishing. I don't know if that rings a bell for you. Something about fishing. Okay, he showed me baseball, like sports, very strongly. Again, like a brother, not necessarily a brother, but like a brother, maybe a friend. But anyway, he just wants you to know we're together. And they're there together. So, and they're watching over you, nothing to be afraid of. They just want you to know that they're there. They're there to protect you and guard you, watch over you. They're there in times of any kind of stress that you feel. Just call out to them anytime, and they'll be there for you. Believe in it, okay? Like I said, if it doesn't feel like it would be a relative to you at all or a friend, then it could be a guardian angel that is appearing kind of as a younger kind of friendship type feeling, okay? But he's there with Rocky and watching over him. Then let's see. Then I had I had, this came through, I was sleeping at night. I had a female, older female who came, and she says she's also there with Rocky, but she's also there watching over you. And she's rooting for you. She came through very strongly, very bubbly, older female. I got the name Helen. I'm not sure exactly. Kind of like a grandma type feeling. She showed me angel wings. Like she's like, I'm putting my angel wings on. I got my angel wings on. And like I said, she said she's rooting for you and will visit you in your dreams if you ask for any kind of guidance. She's there for you. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe like a grandma on one side or the other that has passed. I'm not sure about the name Helen. I don't know if I said names right, but she was very, like, very insistent, like while I was sleeping, like, hey, let her know I'm like her guardian angel and I'm here. Very sweet, sweet soul. One of the things that Rocky showed me, and I'm not sure if this is something you guys did together or is something he's saying maybe will help you with anxiety or just mental through the grieving process. I'm not sure, but he showed me a bicycle. He showed me a canoe. He showed me camping. He showed me running. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure, walking, running, something like that, outdoors, like a lot of outdoor nature-y type things. So I'm not sure if you had a love of nature together or you do, but he's showing me that this is something that either you guys did together or you should be, or maybe the family did together. Maybe went on some trips where you went camping or, you know, like on a lake, a new bicycle. I'm not sure. If you don't have a bicycle, I think he's saying get one. You should get one. It'll get rid of a lot of stress. Just physical exercise. Okay, that's what I got. He showed me all those things. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Those were the main things I got from him. But just knowing that he is alive with you there, and he came through very strongly, very clearly, in that he's there and he's watching over this girl right now, and that's his job. He will come again if you'd like. He's there with you now. Just send him some signs. Okay, so that's what I got from Rocky. So what I want to do now, since we're on that subject, I have an oracle deck, and it's called Talking to Angels, Talking to Heaven, sorry. So what I want to do is, with Rocky in our minds, let's ask his higher spirit to connect with us some more and give us a card or two for you as some more messages, okay? You got, I mean, that's what I gave you came from me. Now let's ask for the oracle deck to provide us a little more detail, possibly, okay? So we're going to shuffle. I hope this is helping you in some way. I love to do this kind of thing. If you are in our group, I do this every Friday live on Facebook. I can do personal readings or one for a pet, live or past. And you can watch replay. A lot of the messages, I do a general card reading for everybody, and a lot of the messages, they always are in sync for everybody. If you are drawn to it, then the message was for you. I also have other things there on how to communicate with your pet. Some videos, and the videos, feel free to watch those so you can learn to communicate with Rocky yourself. So Rocky, if you have any messages you would like to give today in this final moment of being able to give messages, please help me pick a card here. Okay, the two that just kind of popped out. So I'm gonna, it kind of, as I'm shuffling, they kind of came out. All right, so we've got here, they say, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason, okay? We're probably saying it backwards, okay? So although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason, and I will always point you in the right direction. Meaning, you know, he's there watching over you, okay? So now the book does go further into, if you want me to, I think these are very special messages. I can go further into, how are these in order? Hold on a minute here. So I think what he, you know, what I was saying is, like, he is there watching over you. You know, if you want to continue talking to him, he's there to guide you. Even if you have a question, you want to ask it before you go to bed at night, or you need direction, you can, you know, you can connect with him and say, Rocky, I love you. I'm feeling anxious today and I feel guidance. Please visit me in my dream and help me connect with some ideas on how to deal with this. And then, so the card says, I will always point you in the right direction. It says, although I'm not God or, you know, an angel, I consider him being a guardian angel. I do have the ability to guide you. Keep in mind that I'm not privy to all knowing wisdom of the universe. For that, you would want to consult God. I consider them all knowing, by the way. Anytime we pass, I consider us all knowing. But just by asking, which you can do just by asking for help. However, I do benefit of all earthly lessons, which taught me a lot as a canine. It says, I also have a broader perspective on your circumstances from a heavenly vantage point, like I was saying. So you can think of me as a trustworthy confidant whom you can turn to for advice. Please know that I'll do all I can to guide you towards what's best for you. I've learned how to get my ego out of the way, which we know dogs don't really have an ego. This is also made for people. So, you know, kind of tailor it to what your needs. And I can focus upon helping you and others from a place of pure love. You'll notice the signs that I send to you through your feelings, dreams, and other reminders to think of me. Perfect. And it goes exactly with what I think my reading pretty much said. All right. And of course, you can make your own, you know, meaning out of it. The other card said, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. It says there is a divine order behind everything that happens, including the time of my passing. I realize that you weren't ready to let me go. I'm going to cry now. Oh, boy. And in many ways, I wasn't ready either. Since my passing, I've received spiritual counseling to help me see the big picture. And yes, dogs do need to see that too. I know a lot of people think like dogs don't think the way we do, but when they pass, they have, like I said, they have the all-knowingness of everything. And they help me see the big picture of my life and my death. I now understand that I had to leave the way I did. It was part of my soul contract and yours as well. And like I told you, you guys have your journey together and it's not over yet. And this is what I mean. There's a soul contract that you guys had prior to this life together that you don't remember, because none of us remember that. We have like an amnesia when we start our life on this earth, but our souls know. Okay. So it says, I now see that everything in this universe is precise. There are no accidents. At some level, your soul knew that I would leave before you did. We've been both preparing for this situation since the beginning of our relationship. I am grateful for all the beautiful moments we shared together, along with the lessons I have learned from the difficult times. It is all divinely perfect. And with that in mind, just keep in mind that he will come again if that's something you want. I mean, he has said that, and if it's something you want, it's part of your divine plan. You two will be together again. Smaller this time, he said, though. He wants to be a little guy. So, but however that works. I mean, you may run into a dog at a rescue, or God only knows, you may find a dog that is homeless, and whoever that dog is, you will look into their eyes and you will know something will be familiar there. And you might have had previous dogs that you felt that way with too. And Rocky could have been a dog that you had as a child that reincarnated and felt familiar. I'm not sure how that works with your life, but you know from your life. Okay, so now I'm going to pull 2 cards from 2 different decks for you personally. Now, this will be for you on a personal level to deal with whatever's going on in your life. This is called the Oracle of the Unicorns. I love these. I feel that unicorns, even though we don't have them at this time on the earth, they are multi-dimensional beings that are just beautiful, and they are like guardian angels to us. They're spiritual guides for us, and they are going to help us today, Dena Marie. If you, whoops, I just had 2 cards fall out of the deck. All right. When they pop out like that, they're like saying to me, this is for Dena, Dena Marie. Is that your full name, or is that your first name and middle name? How did you get that on Facebook? Usually we have to pick our last name. I'm just curious because I have to have like my last name. And I would like to just have my middle name. That'd be cool. All right. So I got for you, beloved. Ooh, a beautiful card. This is prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Okay. That is a beautiful card. As you can see, they're showing 2 unicorns with the butterflies. I consider butterflies to be a sign of transformation. A lot of times it's a symbol that our pets will show us after they die, actually, because they can manipulate energy. So watch for butterflies. And by the way, when the weather gets better, as you're thinking of Rocky and you see a butterfly, that is probably him. They just happen to also be in this card's picture. This could relate to your current relationship if you are in one, or could relate to a future relationship. If you're in a current relationship, there might be a transformation coming, where it's kind of like a renewed romance type feeling. Maybe there's need to work on that a little bit, where it needs to take a turn, where it becomes a little more spontaneous and fun again. Maybe you've gone through some rough periods with losing Rocky. We all have them. All of our relationships ebb and flow. It's just part of what it is. But it looks like what this card is sending you the message. Prepare for a very good time period where romance is returning to your relationship. And if you don't have that, you will. And the key to this card is for you to believe that you are lovable and you are worthy of receiving love from another human being. We all are. So that's the key, is for you to say, I am worthy of being loved, and I am lovable. I deserve love. I am playful. I am beautiful inside and out. No matter how you think that, we all hate the way we look on the outside. Like, ugh, I know I feel that way. I put on 40 pounds in the past year, and it's like, ugh. But you know what? Damn it, I'm beautiful anyway. No matter what, with my big thighs and all, I'm beautiful. And if I don't like my thighs, well, hell, in the meantime, I will do some physical activity and I'll get myself in shape. But in the meantime, I am still worthy of love. Okay? That's the message I'm getting. We all need to be accepting of ourselves and realize that we are worthy to be loved in the best possible ways. And that means taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, and also allowing somebody else to love us as well. Okay? All right, so there's a lot to this part, but I'll try to read the parts that seem important. All right, so it says, your heart yearns to be reunited with your beloved and enjoy a blissful, sacred relationship together. Or if you are already in a partnership, you may crave a deepening of romance and connection that may have been lost over time or through some challenging circumstances. And those circumstances could be from either of you or both of you. Shit happens, The loving pair of unicorns in the picture wants to reassure you that your joyful union or connection is coming soon. But there is some preparation to do, okay? To receive your divine partner or reconnect with your current one, you must first love yourself deeply and know that you are lovable. That's what I just said. Be honest about how you judge or dishonor yourself, okay? And you have to go within to figure that out. And then be willing to treat yourself with love, care, and nurture. You want your beloved to hold you in. So the way you treat yourself is how you're going to want the other person to treat you. So if you treat yourself with total love and respect, once you do that, then that shines. It shines. And then there's nothing less that other person can give you. Because if they gave you less, you wouldn't be compatible anymore, because you wouldn't accept it. Your soul wouldn't accept it anymore, because you love yourself so much inside now that it just would bounce like that person. If they weren't good enough for you anymore, it would be like they would just leave. Okay. That's how I take it. All right. It says, if you long for a partner who cherishes you, first cherish yourself. Okay. If you want to be with someone full of joy, be joyful yourself. If you want to be respected, begin by treating yourself with respect. This is advice for everybody. I mean, this is advice for me too. Making these shifts mean embarking on a healing journey back into wholeness, okay? Be courageous in releasing the core wounds in your heart that keep you from feeling worthy. That it's a project, but you can do it. You can do it by journaling. Let's finish reading this. I have a few things I'll say myself. Be willing to forgive previous partners, okay? And surrender your stories of hurt and heartache. We all have them. We have these stories. Oh, this jerk, I'm this way because he was this way to me. Release it all. Let it go. Readily transform old beliefs and programming around love, relationships, marriage, and sex. Be gentle with yourself and your partner if you already have one, and know that each old wound or belief you release brings you closer to your beloved and opens your heart to greater love for yourself and that partner. And you both deserve it. Allow romance to happen without hurrying it. Connect with your future lover, current partner on a soul level and send them energy from your heart. Let them know how you are doing the inner work to be ready for them or to deepen your journey together, and share your dreams of the beautiful future you will have together. So, I mean, I'm just thinking journaling is a good way to start. And one thing I've learned myself, and you may already know this, instead of judging yourself, okay, for anything that's going on, this is anything, okay, it could be from anxiety, it can be from overeating, it could be from whatever, just whatever you judge yourself or the other person on. Instead of actually judging, when it comes up, like say for me, I'm saying I'm overweight, okay, and I'm like, oh God, damn it, I'm so fat, I'm so fat, damn it, I hate that. Instead of saying that, now that was a judgment, right? Instead of judging, I want you to observe, okay? Instead of saying, I'm fat, just be like, that's interesting that I think I'm fat right now. And instead of doing a judgment, just observe it. You're like a scientist. You're just observing it. You're not judging at all, okay? Just like, that's interesting. So I think I'm fat, or whatever it is, And then just let it go. Just let it go. You're just observing it, okay? Or anything. You can do it with the other person. Like, you're like, oh, he's such a jerk, or whatever, And instead of saying that, like, oh, I'm judging him, but like, that's interesting right now in this moment, I think he's a jerk. That's interesting that I'm judging him that way. Interesting. Then let it go. They say that many things will solve themselves better that way, by just observing them rather than judging them, okay? Give it a try. If you find yourself judging yourself or others, instead of judging in that moment, if you can, it's always hard to do that because you always judge first, but like try to come back in it and be like, okay, that's interesting that I'm doing that. Okay. Think about it for a second and then just kind of let it go. Okay. And they say eventually you will figure it out, like subconsciously. So anyway, that's one thought. Okay. Another thing I thought about for you, for some reason, strongly, meditation comes through for you. If you're dealing with any kind of anxiety, for some reason, I think I read somewhere on that post that you originally posted on that you were dealing with severe anxiety. I'm sorry, it's slipping my mind. Not social anxiety, but like anxiety on a higher level. And I know I've dealt with anxiety attacks, I guess it would be, maybe. And I think I mentioned in the other group that you had said that I used to deal with that myself, and I started meditating, and I do it now quite often, almost every night. You could do it daytime, doesn't matter. I learned to do it, and it's just actually getting your mind to stop thinking. If you do it, then just ignore this part. If you don't meditate, it's getting your mind to stop thinking. We constantly are thinking. When you meditate, you can do guided meditation. They have them on YouTube, they're free guided meditation. When you do them, you learn to deep breathe. You learn to calm your brain waves, okay? And as you're doing that, you're going to concentrate on something like the breathing, or just being in this moment. Like right now, I'm in this moment. I'm just hearing the noises. I'm going with it. I'm not thinking. I'm just going in this moment. Okay, and you just shut that part of your mind off. And as you do that, you allow yourself to relax. Because a lot of our anxiety is coming from the constant race of thoughts. And every decision we make is either made out of fear or love. Fear or love, every decision. And when there's anxiety, there's a repetition of thoughts. There's a repetition of thoughts that your brain has like chiseled in there. So you need to like change those roads in your mind, or like a recording. It's like a recording. You need to like re-record it almost. So I think meditation would be a really good way of learning to re-record those thoughts, to change them, like re-record them so they're almost like erased. Okay, that's my advice to you. If you have not tried meditation, I suggest it highly. It changed my life in a lot of ways. I'm not saying I'm perfect in any way, but it's helped me connect with my pets. It's helped me with anxiety. I don't have to be on any kind of medication anymore. It helps me when I can't sleep. So I'm just saying that's one thing I think you should focus on. Another thing is the exercise. It came up in the reading with Rocky, is the bicycling, the walking, the running, getting outdoors with nature. Grounding with nature is always good. It brings us, like I was saying, if you just actually lay down in the grass or go up to a tree and just breathe deeply. I have a video of this now. In the pet communication journey, in our videos about grounding with your pet. You don't need to have a pet to do it, but just grounding with nature, taking those rubber shoes off and putting your feet in the grass, breathing deeply, slowing down your brain waves, actually is so beneficial to us. It really makes a difference, because nowadays with the Wi-Fi and our crazy hectic lives and our cell phones and all this stuff coming in, it throws off our natural balance that all of us are feeling deep anxiety and stress right now. Okay. So I say get out there and ground with Mother Earth. There's a natural resonance called the Schumann resonance. And it happens to be the same frequency as our natural brain waves. Okay. And if that gets thrown off, that's when we get panicky. And actually, that's a big reason why we get panicky and have anxiety attacks. So you want to make sure that you are grounded with the natural earth frequency, okay? And the only way to really do that is to get outdoors and really take off your shoes, because shoes have rubber on the bottom. That rubber interferes with the grounding, your ability to ground with that natural frequency. You can sit in a chair in the grass. You can sit your butt in the grass. Like I said, watch that video I have in there. I go up to a tree sometime and I just touch it and I breathe deep. I close my eyes and I breathe deep and I exhale, and I do it several times, and I just feel that energy from that tree. It puts us back in sync with that natural earth resonance, that frequency that our brain waves should be at in a nice, relaxed state. Okay. Yoga can help you do that. Meditation can help you do that as well. But just getting out in nature, walking. Again, you're going to have your rubber shoes on, but regardless of that, it's still great to be out in nature. I highly suggest that. Okay. One last card I have for you is celebration. Okay. So even though you might not feel like it's time for celebration, this is a card I drew for you. It says a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. So this is a very, very positive card, Dena Marie. So as you can see, this is, there's an owl, a white owl flying. There's a moon. A very pretty card that he's up there flying, or she. So let's see what this card means for you. I'm going to check this out. So it looks like something good in your life is about to happen. So I don't know if you have something going on career-wise, a personal project, something like that. It says it's time to celebrate. Your efforts have paid off and good things are on the way to you. Awesome. I'm kind of jealous now. The joyful winged unicorn invites you to celebrate even before you see any tangible signs of success. So you might not know it yet, but it's on its way. Think, feel, and act as if the most wondrous blessings have already been showered upon you. So get that in your mind, like something good's about to happen. Yeah. Get that thought process going. How does it look and feel when you really truly believe in the inevitability of your success? How does it feel? How do you see that? How do you envision that? Have fun with that thought. Dance around your house with delight. Let tears of gratitude stream down your cheeks. Celebrate with passion and joy. The higher you take your vibration and emotion now, the faster your desires will be delivered. Once they do take physical form, be sure to celebrate and appreciate them fully. Of course, you always want to be appreciative of whatever we get in life. Honor yourself as a powerful creator. Yeah, strong. Sorry, I feel it for you for something. I'm feeling this for you. I'm feeling this like strength, like a success. And a masterful receiver, and give thanks to the universe. Continue to expand your desires and allow even more good to flow your way. Ride on the waves of your celebration and let your joy activate even more positive outcomes. So like if this one positive thing happens for you and you think of it ahead of time because you know it's coming, and they're saying like ride it like a wave, that means like keep it going. As one thing good happens, envision the next one and just keep it going, and it'll like continually happen. And I've had that happen. It's like all about your attitude, how you see it, how you're grateful for it. It's all just in holding that focus. And then don't let that anxiety get in there. Don't let it throw you. Just ride that wave. and envision it, play with that. You know, it's all about, you know, in your imagination. Who cares if it's your imagination? Just use it and see your life, feel your life. How does it feel? What am I getting out of it? And be grateful for it, even before it happens. All right. This is a blessed time for you. So you're in a really good time period, filled with the energy of success. So whatever you're doing right now or about to do, it's about to really go like really good. So congrats ahead of time for you. One more thing, and you can watch this over and over again if you want, like for like whatever this is to motivate you. I thought today, I like to focus on the chakras, especially if you're dealing with any kind of stress. I thought we could look at your personal chakras, and I am seeing the color red when I think of you and I envision you and I feel you, and the red is the root chakra. Okay, so there's an imbalance in your root chakra is what I'm feeling. I don't have a lot of information on it right now, but it's an important one. And the root chakra deals with grounding, which makes sense now that I just did a big spiel on grounding for you with nature. And it also makes sense that Rocky showed me visions of you being in nature, bicycling and canoeing. If you don't canoe, kayaking. A kayak's awesome exercise. Go to Dick's Sporting, go get yourself a kayak. I actually have one. I'm going to get my butt out there too. I just moved about a block away from a lake, and I'm going to get my butt out there, and I'm going to get using it. I love to be on the water in nature. I love it. Going to do it. Yeah, spending time in nature for you. The chakra is your root chakra. It's all about grounding. So it totally makes sense. It's all syncing together for you. I don't have a lot of specifics on the root chakra, but when you do meditation, guided meditation on YouTube, maybe look up guided meditation for the root chakra. And whenever you have some time, you can lay down, put it on, maybe on earphones or earbuds, headset, whatever you want to call it. When you do a lot of these on YouTube, you need to hear the full sound because it's just important to do that. Try that out. Meditation doesn't always come easy at first if you haven't done it. It does take some time. There's a technique you can do. I won't get into it now. It's called the monkey mind. It's in one of my videos. It teaches you how to focus your mind when you're learning how to meditate. If you're interested, ask me about it in the group, and I will post something. Okay. All right. So these are called the sacred geometry activations. And I know this is not the right deck that I wanted for you. I was going to do my other one, but let's do this one anyway. Sacred geometry is sacred geometry is actually part of everything in the universe. They've discovered it in our DNA. They've discovered it in the alignment of every planet, everything you can possibly think of. Crystals, everything designed in them is made of a geometry that everything connects together, okay? So they've decided to make these activation cards where I want to give you an activation that you can look at any time and focus on. And yes, some of these cards do deal with our chakras. And then maybe it'll help keep you positive, okay? And focused on whatever area you need to be on. So let's draw one. What does Dena Marie need to know right now? What is important in her life? For an activation, for her health, her chakras. What do we need to give her? What's important at this moment for Dena? I'm going to spread these cards out. Please guide us in the best possible way. All right, so the card I got for you is Emergence, okay? I'm going to show you this card. This is important for you. If you ever want to get this activation for yourself, you need to stare at that sacred geometry symbol, okay? I know the words are backwards, so I'm going to read them to you. It's a beautiful symbol. The number is 25. If numerology means anything to you, emergence, the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. I feel like this totally went with the last card I just gave you as far as, like I was saying, using your imagination to create your future. And that definitely could be a childlike imagination, and that does help it to unfold, you know, your future. So let's see what the card says here. That's kind of cool how it kind of all goes together. I love when that happens. Synchronicity. All right. Emergence can be described as the process of coming into being, okay? Arising of something that wasn't there before, okay? So like a future type thing, and manifesting that. Okay, when referring to personal development and growth, which that card just talked about, the emergence of a grander expression of ourselves is often a result of extensive inner work and deep release. In order for real personal growth to happen, we have to be willing to let go of existing belief, which we also talked about prior to, for you to love yourself and your significant other or your future relationship, which is about to happen. In order for real personal growth to happen, we have to be willing to let go of existing belief systems, frameworks, and labels that define and limit us. Recognizing, excuse me, recognizing potential can take us on an exciting inner journey of discovery and integration. That inner journey, by the way, comes with meditation and focusing on your inner being. From this place of openness and discernment, we can truly unfold and emerge as a new human being. I totally feel like everything that we've drawn here with these cards and the reading all kind of connect. The deep and rich blue at the core of this activation represents the drive for clear expression. The purple signifies the insights that come directly from our connection to source and that are now available to be expressed. And the yellows and oranges indicate the creativity and power with which we can do so. So that totally makes sense to me. Okay, the yellows and the oranges indicate the creativity and power. Okay, that the yellows and oranges are that childlike creativity that you can use when you want to visualize and feel and see this wonderful success, love, and future and relationships that you may have with those on the other side, like Rocky too. I'm going to include that in there because that is the most wonderful, exciting news that anyone could have. Any of that stuff can be created by you, okay? And the yellows and oranges in that express that, okay? So this is what the when you want this activated, take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment. What was your when I grow up, I want to be declaration? Okay, so have your eyes closed when you think of that. And what was that declaration? When I grow up, I want to be. Okay, did you realize this childhood dream? Did it happen? What other aspect of yourself would you like to give birth to? Because you can give birth to anything. Are there any new aspects emerging that you have never expressed before? Keep a journal. I said that a little while ago. So there's two advices on you at this time, maybe journaling for yourself. Keep a journal so you're aware of your growth. Yes, I would say keep a journal for your growth, also for your dreams. They say if you remember some of your dreams, I don't do this, but I should be doing this. When you wake up from a dream, you should journal it because they say once you keep track of that, you start to notice that the things you dream actually start connecting and they become true. Okay. So there it is. Okay. This is an activation for you with sacred geometry. So that's what I have for you. If you wouldn't mind, I would love for you, if this any of this, please provide me some sort of feedback so I get some sort of validation. Because as I'm just learning too, sometimes I feel that everything I give you was meant for a reason, whether it rings true for you or not. With some of the names I gave, it's going to show up in the future if it hasn't yet. Okay. But I also like to know, whether these things rang true for you up front or not. So if you wouldn't mind letting me know. And also if you wouldn't mind providing some sort of feedback on my, you can't do that on the Pet Communication Journey group, but you can on my page, which is the Pet Communication Network. If you wouldn't mind providing a review or recommendation, if you felt that this was valid, I would totally appreciate that. That'd be cool. Or if you want another reading down the road, we can do another future one. I also do some astrology. We can look at your chart now, or if you want me to help you learn to communicate with Rocky, I'm more than willing to do that. Let me know. So it was a pleasure for me to do this for you. So thank you so much, Dena Marie, and have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.